Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm going to make this video to talk about hand pumps um, and their deep well cylinders. We've lived off grid for 15 years. We're getting tired of hauling water, so we are scheduled to have a well drilled here in the next month or two. Hopefully they'll get out here. This is an open top deep well pump cylinder because we wanted a hand pump. We want a hand pump. And I talked to the handful of the local well drillers, and they said that they had installed hand pumps before for the Amish and such. But all they had access to were the modern enclosed pump cylinders. And whenever one of those goes bad, say like they go bad in the Amish world, it's so heavy. 200 feet of steel pipe, 2-inch steel pipe full of water, sinking a well is so heavy you can't really pull it by hand. So they have to have the trucks come out. And in order for the truck to come out and pull that well, to change that pump cylinder at the bottom of it, they have to lay their windmill over too. And I had heard about these open top style of, it's an older style of pump cylinder. So this is a brass, it's made of brass, and it screws on to the very bottom of the drop pipe that sits down in the well. There's a bottom where it sucks water. It needs a screen. There's a little screen piece that screws onto the bottom there, a little stainless steel screen. I got to order one of those. But this, it sits down in the well, and if you ever need to service it, it's rebuildable. You service it by pulling the sucker rod up out of the pipe, which, probably you could do with some a winch or something, and if it's not too heavy, maybe even a couple of guys, because 200 feet of 2-inch steel pipe has about 30 gallons of water, and that's about 270 pounds. Anyway, let's see if I can get this to come out there. Push it out of there. There it goes. This is the assembly that goes on the bottom of the sucker rod. See, one of these is the the foot valve, and I think the boot valve. The seals on these are actually made of leather. It has a little bevel on it, and it drops down, and it just sits in the bottom there. It's held in by weight. There's a little brass ball in there. That's the valve. It opens whenever this goes up, and then it closes when it goes down. There's another little brass ball in there. So if you ever need to service this, you can drop this on this and spin it, give it a spin, and then it brings up both of this, the foot valve and the boot valve, whatever this is called. And you can pull it all up right out of the well with just your sucker rod, and leaving the extremely heavy drop pipes in place. But open top pump cylinders is what they're called. I ordered these, and I had a hard time finding a place to even order them, but finally, Denver Wind Pump. I believe the website is Denver Wind Pump Supply or Company.com. You can search them on Google, they'll come up. So this is what we are going to use in our well. Also, the inside diameter of this is 1 7/8. That's the size that they recommend for our area. The static water line in our area is usually around 180 to 200 feet. This is the size they recommend. You can use a fatter cylinder if your water is closer to the surface, but the farther down you get, that water gets heavier. So it's got farther to pull it. Well, it's got farther to push it up. So they recommend, you just get skinnier and skinnier the farther and deeper you get. This is the size they recommend here. I'm in southern Missouri. This one here was approximately $450 some shipped from Colorado. So It's about the same price as the enclosed stainless steel ones that you have to pull the entire drop pipe and everything to service. Looking forward to trying it out here in a few months. I'll make another video whenever we get it all set up and talk about it a little more. Thanks for watching.